Good morning. Today we learn how to give and how to receive permission. We're going to talk about can, let, and be allowed to. Here you have 3 pictures. Let's read them together. Only cats are allowed. That means that cats have the permission to enter. Second picture, dogs are allowed. We can also say that dogs have the permission to enter. And the third one, no food or drink is allowed in class, means it is not permitted to eat or drink in class. So we can say that we use be allowed to plus the base form of the verb to say if someone has the permission to do something. In a more informal way, we can also use the verb can. In fact, we can say cats have the permission to enter or cats can enter. Same thing for the second sentence. Dogs have the permission to enter or dogs can enter. And the last one, it is not permitted to eat or drink in class. It is not allowed to eat or drink in class. We can also say you can't eat or drink in class. So be allowed to plus the base form of the verb is used when someone has told us if it is okay or it is not okay to do something. So, what's the difference between can and be allowed to? As I said before, can is more informal. We use allowed to plus base form to mean that you have the permission and you are not hindered, you have not any obstacles in doing something. If we use be allowed to plus the base form, it means that someone or something else, like the law, or somebody else like a parent, has given us the permission to do something. And finally, when we use to be allowed to, we imply that maybe we need the permission to do something. Let's focus on this form. So look at the picture, look at the signpost. So probably in this place you're not allowed to smoke. Or else you can say you can't smoke in an informal way. Look at this signpost. People with approved identification are allowed to park here. People with identification can park here. Almost the same meaning, but as I said before, to be allowed to is more formal and implies that you need a permission. And indeed, you need a permission to park in that place, and indeed, you need the permission to smoke in public areas. I want to add one more verb, which is let. Let someone plus verb. We use let plus someone plus verb in the base form to give someone the permission to do something. So to give permission or to allow somebody to do something. The main difference between let and be allowed to is that the form with let plus someone plus verb means that you are giving the permission. And the focus, the interest, is on the person who gives the permission. Look at the example. Finally, Mum, let me go to the party. The focus is on Mum, so on the person who gave the permission. Look at the second example. Finally, I was allowed to go to the party. There's no interest in who gave the permission. The only important thing here is that I have the permission to go to the party. Let's wrap up and see the three forms all together. Can, let, and be allowed to plus base form. Let's practice. The sentence, the meaning that I want to express is: he has his father's permission to drive a car. I want to convey the same meaning using the three different forms: let, be allowed to, and can. So let's have a look at the first form. His father let him drive the car. I said exactly the same thing as in the first sentence. He has his father's permission to drive the car. Exactly the same. But I used a different structure, which is let plus someone plus base form. And I also added a shade. In fact, in the sentence, the focus is on who gave the permission. The focus, the interest, is on the father, the person who can give the permission. Now, it's your turn. Please try and express the same meaning of the sentence: he has his father's permission to drive the car, using the two remaining structures. So please make a sentence with be allowed to and can. Pause the video and try. Now, well done. He is allowed to drive his father's car. The meaning is exactly the same. And he can drive his father's car. Once again, the same meaning as the previous sentence and the first sentence. But in this case, it's just more informal. Bye-bye.